Hello and welcome back. Today I've got another £100 worth of 10p's to hunt through. We're looking for the alphabet 10p's, which I'll show you what we're after. So I've got my little alphabet book. So you've got all the letters of the alphabet that have their own coin. And unfortunately at the moment we've only found one, P for postbox, which we did on video, which is cracking. I have got the letter D as well, D for double decker. But I didn't find that in a hunt, so I haven't put it in here. But fingers crossed, we've had a bit of a dry streak on these so far. Maybe today will be our day. So let's get into this bag. So let's get into the questions. So George O'Neill asks, in what order do you place your coins in the books? So my £2 of my, what they're called, 50p's, it's just date order, release order I think. So from the earliest one, which is what, oh my goodness, 50p's is what, public libraries or something, all the way up to the most recent ones, which is the 2017 and 2018 ones. And similar with my £2 coins, the same sort of order. The Russian Yarok asks, how many coins do you have in your collection? Gah, endless. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000 maybe, I don't know. If you include all my foreign coins as well, that does massively add up. But he also asks, how do I keep them? So I have actually recorded my full collection video, which will be up fairly soon. I don't know the date yet, I've still got to edit it and figure out my schedule where to pop it. But I keep, the majority of them are in these album pages that I bought online. They're not amazing. The problem is the top row, the coins sort of slip out, so I'm still yet to decide what I want to do to sort of solve that issue. But majority of them kept in those. I've got the books you've seen in all my videos. I've got my 10p alphabet 10p mint book that they're kept in, but I've got a big plastic toolbox that invariably my coins, after I've searched them, they get put in there until they're sorted into my collection. Paul's British Coins, Paul's British Coin Hunt, sorry. If you haven't actually checked him out, go check out his videos. He does some cracking videos on pre-decimal coins. I've seen you commenting on my videos, and you're a really active member of the Discord server, posting with your videos, and there's some really interesting ones. I really liked, it did one going around this vintage arcade, playing all these vintage arcade games with pre-decimal coins, but they were really interesting videos, so go check them out. But he asked, do you think there should be higher value coins in circulation? Again, yeah, I wouldn't say no to more coins. I like coins. I like collecting coins. So obviously the next one would be like a £5 coin. There's obviously the commemorative £5 coins, but if we had £5 coins in general circulation, I wouldn't be upset about that. I'd be well up for that, as long as they're commemorative, but they've got mixture of commemoratives in that'd be great. But they're £5 coins, £10 coins, £20 coins. I know you can get them, but they're sort of commemorative. They're not made for circulation. But yeah, definitely I'd be well up for having more higher value coins in circulation, although it mean collecting them would get a bit more expensive, mind you. Lois E, what will you do once you have all the 50p's but Kew Gardens? So this was probably posted before my Kew Gardens coin find. So my plan was always I would try and collect all of them, and once I got to Kew Gardens I'd start again and see if I could get a whole set bar the Kew Gardens before I got another one again. But thankfully I got the Kew Gardens before I finished that book, so again when I start the book again, it'll be the same sort of process, try and collect them all, and if we get just stuck on Kew Gardens, I'll start another book and see how far we get before we find the Kew Gardens for the second book, if that makes sense. Jack W867 asks, what's your favourite £2 coin? My favourite one is the Florence Nightingale, although the Frankenstein one, it looks absolutely phenomenal, and I'm planning sometime in October to go to the Royal Mint with my little brother, because they do the strike your own Frankenstein £2 coins, and I really want one of them. But that's the one I'm looking forward to most of finding in circulation, and it might just become my new favourite coin. But so many of them look nice, it's hard to pick. Storm3698 asks, do you like the euro? As a collector's coin, yes. We try not to get political, but I would not be for joining the euro. But as a collector's coin, definitely. Whenever I've been on holiday, there's so much variety within the euro, because there's so many countries it encapsulates. All their countries, from what I understand, issue their own designs, although they are they're able to be used in all the different countries. So like the €2, there were so many different designs I found whilst I was on holiday in Spain. Sadly, I didn't keep many of them, but yeah, they're amazing, and I would love to be able to collect them, but I don't have a regular sort of supply of euros to sort of hunt through, unlike I do with UK coins. So I've got two questions from Sergio Magas, who asks, have you ever paid to get a coin? I've never bought a coin specifically. I have bought my big bag of foreign coins to my worldwide coin hunt videos, and I have bought another 5 kilogram bag of foreign coins to hunt through once I've run out, because I've got about 4 more worldwide coin videos to get out of that last bag. The rate I get about I search about 50 coins per video within the 15 minutes, and then so I've got about, I've estimated around 4 more videos from them before we crack into those ones. But he also asks, are you the kind of person who just collects coins to sell later on? No, not at all. I don't. I used to. That's how I got started with coin collecting. The idea was I would search through them and sell the ones with more than face value and make a bit of profit. But after eBay and PayPal and whatever took their fees or postage and all the time it took to pack them up and take them to the post office and send them, it just really wasn't worth the time or the effort. But I was enjoying hunting through them, so I've just started keeping them for myself. I only keep the ones with more than face value because it seems a bit redundant to keep more of the face value ones, if that makes sense, because they are so common. But I don't plan to sell them later on. Obviously, I can't predict the future. If I ever do get absolutely strapped for cash and need the cash, then obviously I will sell it, because living comes before coin collecting. There's no point having an amazing coin collection if you're living in a dustbin, if that makes sense. But no, I completely understand. I'm not a massive fan of people that buy them to hoard them, to sell them. That's not what collecting is about. I collect for the enjoyment of collecting, mainly for the enjoyment of finding them, if I'm honest. Rue Fisher asks, what are your thoughts on the new £1 coin? I like it. I think it looks cool. I like the bimetallic design. I think it's neat. Although I do miss the old round pounds, just because there's so many different varieties to hunt through, whereas with the current new pound coin, there's no commemoratives to hunt. I mean, I know there are a couple of errors. There's the 2017 one that's got the little 2016 in the microprint, but my eyes aren't good enough. I don't think anyone's eyes are good enough to search for that. So yeah, I like it. I prefer if there were more varieties, more commemoratives to hunt through. Taya Alkindor asks 2 questions. What's the rarest coin? It's a tricky question. So the rarest coin in UK circulation is an individual alphabet 10p, because there's only 100,000 of them were minted, but there's obviously 26 varieties, so there's 2.6 million of them, and the Kew Gardens is 210,000, so it's double the mintage of an individual alphabet 10p. But the rarest coin, there's also obviously the was it the 10p? There's a 2p that was printed on 10p blank, or the other way around, I can't remember. As far as I'm aware, they only found one of them. But yeah, that's as far as I'm concerned. There must be rarer worldwide coins, like in the US, a single error coin. There must be as a sort of a percentage much less than them, but I'm not a massive expert on foreign coins. But you also asked, what's your favourite coin? It's tough trying to pick that. So my favourite find was definitely a Kew Gardens. The feeling of finding that was amazing. Or an alphabet 10p. They're pretty amazing to find. I found the letter P. But other than that, I'm trying to think. Design-wise, I really like the Frankenstein one, as I've said. I like the Florence Nightingale. I like a lot of them, and there's only one specific favourite I must admit. It's all depending on sort of the situation. So Jack is back, who's one of the moderators on the Discord, so a massive thank you to you for all your hard work on the Discord. Asks, what's your favourite Olympic coin based on design? Olympic gymnastics. I think it's just such a neat design on it. I really, really like it. Although there's something about the fencing one as well that I like, the design of that too. Obviously the most exciting one to find is the offside rule, the Olympic football. John Russell asks, I just found out the Battle of Britain 50p has two designs. Do you have both? So the Battle of Britain, as far as I'm aware, and I'll try and explain this as succinctly as I can because it does cause some confusion. So the Battle of Britain coin, there is two different designs of the Queen's head on it. So it's all to do with the mint mark. So there's initials under the Queen's neck of the coin. One that says JC, which I think is Jodie Clark, and IRB, which is Ian Rank Broadley. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but if you get a Battle of Britain that has the IRB, those ones were only minted for the albums or the yearbooks, the year collector sets. The JC ones were minted for circulation. So IRB is very common to find on other coins, just not the Battle of Britain one. Josh Wilkins asks, do you collect uncirculated coins? I haven't bought any, and I guess by the nature of the fact that I hunt for coins in circulated bags, I don't have any uncirculated coins that I'm aware of, but maybe in the future. But again, it's more the hunt that I enjoy rather than, I mean, anyone can go on eBay and buy them, whereas it's the hunt that I get excitement out of. It's Sharky YT or YouTube asks, what's your favourite old coin? I like the shillings, they look pretty cool. And the halfpenny is so teeny tiny. I think that's quite neat. In my collection, it must be, I got a couple of old shillings that are really nice. But I've seen a lot of people posting on the Discord a lot of Roman coins. They're pretty neat. I've got Victorian pennies as well. Again, they're not worth a full lot of money, but they're still it's quite amazing to think that it's an over 100-year-old coin. That's pretty phenomenal. Just think of the hands it must have passed through. Ben Ambrose asks, what was your first coin you found and when did you start collecting? So I have a vague memory of collecting the WWF 50p's when I was much younger, and there was something about the design I really liked. I had a whole hoard of them, but being a kid I think I've probably spent them on sweets or something. But I've collected coins sort of on and off as far as I can remember. The collection I have now I started in February this year I think. But why did I start collecting? I've always been a bit of a collector, and I like collecting things, and coins were just a natural thing to progress to. Josh Wilkins asks again, how much money do you think you've searched through in total, not just on YouTube? So I search about £1,100 a week. I've been doing YouTube since March. So that's March, April, May, June, July, August, September, partway through October, so 7 months. So let me get my calculator. So rough calculations is about £30,800. Although I did a couple before, so I don't know, maybe about £35,000 worth of cash, although bear in mind that is money that's been recycled essentially, so that's money that I've paid into the bank and then out of the bank and into the bank and out of the bank. It's not like I've had £30,000 just to blow on coins. It's all the same money coming out of the bank each week. Billy Adams asks, have you had any issues getting these coins or returning standard ones to the bank? No, not at all. Every now and again the bank messes up my order and I don't get my 50p's, or I had that string where I had 2 weeks of getting uncirculated Beatrix Potters, so that was an issue I had, but I do try and keep my uploads about 2 weeks ahead of where I am, just in case there's any mess ups with the orders, or if I don't have the time to make the videos or record or edit the videos. I like to have a bit of time on my hands there. But no, I think as long as you're straightforward and explain what it is you're doing with the bank, they're more than happy to do it. Although some banks I know are a bit funny about it, especially if you are taking £1,000 out of a bank in coins and then going the next day going back to pay it into that bank, they're going to get a bit funny about that, because it does cost banks money to order in coins and send back coins to their cash centres. So I would always recommend paying it into a separate bank, not only not to annoy your bank, but also to make sure you don't end up drawing out the same coins over and over again. The bank I pay my coins back into does have a coin counter as well, so it saves me time. I don't have to bag it up, and it's a lot quicker paying it in. Just dump it in the machine, it counts it all, puts it straight in the account. The next question is from Sam Collis. What are your favourite in circulation coins to hunt and collect? It used to be £2 coins. £2 coins they were my favourite ones to hunt through, because I'd always find a lot more exciting coins in the £2 than the 50p's. But I think 50p's are becoming more and more my favourite. Just because there's so much more of a variety with the sort of like the Olympic ones. I've always enjoyed going through 10p's, although I've not had much success, which is kind of a bit demoralising, but just got to keep going at them, because eventually I'll start finding them, especially when they start trickling into circulation. We'll finish on one more coin from Debs Haynes. Have you been tempted to buy some of the Star Wars coins issued over the years? Yes, I have. I'm a massive Star Wars fan. They look amazing. They look so cool. The thing that stops me though is that I know once I have one of them, I will want them all. So that's going to be a bit of an expensive hobby there. But they do look so nice, and I would be so tempted to buy some. But like I said, especially there are some like the solid gold ones and the solid silver ones, and there's my brother went to some sort of gaming events. Is it EGX? I'm not 100% sure, and he sent me pictures of some Star Wars coins and said, do you want me to grab you some? And they were only nickel ones, so that didn't really faze me. But yes, very, very tempted to buy them, but I know that knowing my nature, I'll have to have them all, and that will get way too expensive. So with that, we'll get back to the coins. So a bit of a bust, but we did get one find at least. Lighthouse Chicken Rock. Now those of you that are on the Discord will know that I've got a real fondness for Isle of Man coins. I think they just look so nice. I mean, look at the design, how cool is that? Maybe it's just because it's not regularly seen in mainland British circulation. But what a stunning coin that is. Chuffed to get that. So I'm going to have a check through these for some key dates. So unfortunately no NIFC years or the mule one, so those of you that are interested, it's 1993 for 98, 99 that are the NIFC years, so they were only minted for the album sets or the year sets, not for general circulation. And there is also the 2009, so let me just demonstrate. 2009 should all be shields like that one, but there could be some lions in 2009 that are worth looking for whilst you're looking for key dates, but unfortunately nothing today. But at least we broke our dry streak. I've actually found something in 10p's. This is what, the third video in a row it would have been if I'd not found anything, so always happy to see an Isle of Man. It's not an alphabet 10p, but I can live with that. Anyway, all it leaves me to do is thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.